few days since we've uploaded a video. Sorry about that. The kids have started school this week and life just got busy, as it does this time of year. So all the kids are in public school now. We have a really, really good school district though. The kids have generally enjoyed it. Anyway, let me show you these ducks. They've gotten quite big. It always amazes me how fast baby animals grow. But these ducks have been really fast. I know you have nothing for scale other than the adult ducks, but it seems like just a week or two ago, these little babies were only 3 or 4 inches tall, and now they're, granted these are the kind of ducks that stand up tall and straight, but they're like 3 times bigger now. These little babies are 12 inches tall at least. Hi there. This kitty, Alex's kitty, finally has a name, but I can't remember it. He's a sweet, good cat. We got a lot of good ones. Yeah. Still too many, but they're good ones. Boy, the weeds in the garden sure grow quickly when the weather is warm. It's not even hot anymore. It's just, actually it's been quite mild, really nice compared to before. But if it's above 80, they just the weeds coming up like crazy. It's really difficult to keep up with them. But I have managed. Basically my regime is just to choose a row. That is pretty. But I just choose a row and go through and kind of 1 square foot at a time, I'll just pick the weeds. I've gotten really good at identifying weeds by not just what they look like, but how they feel. That way I can reach underneath. Look at that second crop of broccoli. It's actually really nice. Several heads. We couldn't keep up with the broccoli the first time through because it got so hot so fast this year that it really quickly bolted. And I actually didn't expect to get another crop on this broccoli since we didn't cut off the bolted parts. I guess I had forgotten that you can get a second crop out of it even if the other half of the plant is bolting. Anyway, that's kind of nice. Yeah, so like I was saying, I can kind of just reach in and obviously these ones are easy to see, but the weeds have a different feel than the other plants. And anyway, so I'll just go along and do one little area at a time. I find this to be really helpful. What I do is I just mark off just an imaginary outline, like 1 or 2 square feet, and I'll make it my goal for that minute or two to just get every single weed, no matter how small, out of that one little area. And that way no area seems overwhelming. I think I would like to apply that to life a little bit better. I've been actually really good at doing that, at applying that principle to the weeding this year. And it's amazing that I stand back after so many months and look at how much I've accomplished. And it was kind of no sweat. I just did a little bit at a time. But it seems like a lot of things that seem overwhelming can be taken that way. Just do a little portion. We don't have to do a lot. I'm just getting these tomatoes in here. That one's not super ripe. But it is really, really good. Wow. I've actually fertilized better this year than past years. We put a whole bunch of rabbit manure on the ground last fall and again this spring, just getting a lot in there. We didn't actually till it in, it was just on the top. I've been kind of practicing the no-till method for about 1.5 years. A great big weed in here. So the rabbit manure, I'm sure, has helped a lot. I know it's high in nitrogen, but I think it's actually pretty well balanced. I'm just basing that on the flavor of these tomatoes. We've never had tomatoes taste this good before. So flavorful. I'll turn it around so you can see better. See, there's more weeds than tomatoes in there, but actually, there are quite a few in there. So we kind of built this cage just to so that we could cover it with plastic. Let me grab these. Reach through the cage. So we just covered this with plastic as a temporary frost protector. Protect them from the late frost in the spring. And they've kind of just stayed, and the tomatoes have gone a little bit wild. They're on the ground, they're climbing over each other, and luckily they've actually started climbing on this cage, and it's actually proven to be a really good thing. I'm glad we have it. Tomatoes are getting too big. I think the recent rains might have been what caused this to get a little bit too plump and split, but it's still fine. We haven't had a real problem with bugs. I think possibly that's due to the heat probably didn't help, but so I imagine that the fertilizer regiment might have helped more than anything else. That's probably the biggest difference this year. I'm holy cow. Oh, they're so good. Wish I could share them with you. We've got some great big tomatoes, like beefsteak size tomatoes coming on too, but mostly it's been these little ones. Wish I could tell you the variety. Really can't. But if I think of it, I'll let you know. But all of the tomatoes that we've had this year have been, regardless of variety, have been better than in the past years. I think, again, due to that rabbit manure. Also, we've been mulching more than usual. I don't know if that affects flavor. It probably wouldn't. I would imagine that it would affect just ability to grow in warm seasons without having to water it. And I know tomatoes like to spread their roots, and they don't like to dry out in the roots. So I don't know, maybe that had something to do with it too. You know, we're actually a little bit wasteful when it comes to gardening. I mean, we have so much here, so much food here that's growing and doing really well, and there's so much here that we can't possibly eat it all. But part of it, I don't know, it's enjoyable, and honestly, I'd rather have food growing here than weeds. That way, if we need to take advantage of it, we always can. It's sort of a backup plan. And whatever we don't eat, turns into mulch, and goes to help fertilize next year's crop. And in the meantime, we're helping feed the honeybees, and the radishes, for example, have all gone to seed, and you can see maybe behind me some flowers there. That's radish. Actually, is that radish? I think that one's radish. We've got radish and bok choy. Oh yeah, the bok choy is the yellow one over there. But all those are providing food for honeybees, and yeah, it's just a very lush and alive garden. Even when excuse me for eating, it's just really good. In the past, a long time ago, when we had a house in the city with only, what was it? About roughly a tenth of an acre, a little less than that. Tenth of an acre city lot with, seems like more paved area than dirt. We still tended to grow far more than we really consumed. but I don't know, it's kind of, I guess, always been our style. We just really enjoy really lush gardens. It's kind of calming and reassuring and peaceful. We plant lots of trees too, and really have the desire to really forest this area, at least the part that we own, of course. Maybe other parts too. But it's just kind of our style. Everybody has their own style, and this is ours. So, in addition to just shade trees, it's fun to plant other things, edibles that, again, we may not use, but whatever's extra we can offer to neighbors, we can give to friends, or, like I said, anything that actually does accidentally go to waste isn't really wasted at all. Also, for those of you who are like thinking about the neighbors who could do with our abundance, those that we've offered it to in the past have always been people who have their own gardens. Oh, sorry, we offer it to all kinds of people, to anybody who wants it, but those who have taken advantage of it usually have their own gardens, and others don't seem to be interested. So we even offered some, I can't remember what it was specifically, some corn or something, to just someone in the community who we were acquaintances with, and he said something like, "No, I make it a rule not to eat anything from the ground," which we thought was just hilarious because everything comes from the ground. But yeah, some people are really turned off by homegrown food, so that surprised me, even though it was really funny. But not everybody appreciates homegrown food, and not everybody wants to eat from somebody else's garden, which is fine. But we're not, we're certainly not hoarding it for ourselves. It's we enjoy it as a garden, and anyone who wants it is welcome to it. What else was I gonna say? Not much. I'm the only one home today. Lorajean is at a show, half an hour away from here, and she's gonna be there all day. And so I'm gonna pick a couple projects, get those done, kind of as a surprise for the kids when they get home from school, and for Lorajean later on. Actually, after they get home from school, I'll need to bring some of Lorajean's earrings that she's made down to her because they're drying. They've got a coat of polyurethane on them, and I am so excited about them that I'm going to show you right now. And we'll go there via this sunflower labyrinth. Got so many sunflowers, it's so pretty. Whew. Hard to get through. I'll need to trim those. I actually knocked these ones down this morning because they were covering up a lot of things, and the pathway included. It's pretty though. We really love this area. It'll be even nicer once we, add more concrete to this. But this batch got rained on, so I'm just using it as gravel. But I sure do love these flower beds. This is really like our Garden of Eden. Oh, it's so pretty. Here I've got some new concrete that I just bought that'll go towards a new section on the sidewalk today or tomorrow. All right, here are Lorajean's earrings here. These are earrings, these are brooches and necklaces and pins. These ones have pins on the back. I'll just show them to you. So Lorajean has just been selling these at the local, kind of like a farmer's market. Happens every week. So these aren't really available anywhere except there, but at least currently. been doing really well with that market. So she just sprayed these and they're just drying. Oh, they're cute. Gosh, I am so proud of her for pursuing this, her art and her creativity. She's done such a good job, and I love how she's developed and gotten so much better over the months that she's done it. She hasn't been doing it that long. I guess it's maybe been a year. Anyway, she asked me to turn them over and spray the other side, which I'll do and then deliver to her a little bit later, because she found out there's going to be a bigger crowd there tonight and she'll stay later than usual. Anyway, you should, if you're interested, you should at least be aware that Lorajean puts out her own YouTube videos. They're all about her art, her crafts, and they're very, I want to say like poetic. They're long running. She doesn't talk a lot in them. You just get to see what she's working on, and she shows a lot of our just footage of our gardens and the hummingbirds and the bees and things like that. They're really enjoyable, especially if you just want something as background noise and just something just nice and calming. And also most of the music in them is Alex's. The music in the ones that I do is all from one song that Alex did. She has 5 or 6 others of his she cycles through, but I think you might enjoy it. Her channel will be in a link down below in the description, but if you don't want to go there, you can just look it up. It's called Lorajean's Magazine. So I hope you'll go there and give her your attention. She deserves it. She does really good work and good videos. All right, well, I'm gonna leave you today. This has probably run on longer than you want, longer than I wanted. But I'll just show you a little bit of more of our flower beds, and I'll see you again real soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.